welcome back. So this year I'm thinking about doing the 2025 R Fantasy bingo card. I tried to do the 2024. I don't even think I was doing YouTube at the time, so we'll say I failed. We'll try again to this year. That's all I'll say. So I have a couple I don't have books for. And like one is published in 2025. I know I'm having a couple of Limerick books come in this year, so I know I'll get a book for that easily. The one where it's episatory. I have no idea how to say that, but a book told in like letters and other media. I don't have that one. Five short stories, that one I might try to replace, or Cozy SFF. Either one of those two. I think I can maybe do more of the Cozy SFF, which is Cozy Fantasy, more than the short stories. I could just read Edgar Allan Poe. I don't feel like I've read a lot of his short stories. I've read a lot of his poetry, but not short stories. So I could possibly do that. So that would just have me replace probably Cozy SFF. Anyway, let's get started. Okay. Yes, you guys just heard that. So for Knights and Paladins, I still need to read Malice. If you read my books of 25 of 25, this was on my video. And I was gonna try to stay up with it, to do the catch along with Becca and everybody, but I haven't even picked this up. I've been struggling health wise. So yeah, this has, and I think it even hits hard mode, which means he has like a duty or like a pledge or something like that. A hidden gem, and I already read this, but I'm gonna count it because I did read it in April. Kingdom Hearts 2, the novel. I just picked volume 2, but you could pick probably volume 1. It only had 18 reviews. So, yeah, that counted. And then published in 1980s. This was hard because as much as I like books, like I've been liking older books recently, they started in the 90s. So I did Mercedes Lackey. I'm doing just the first one, which is Magic Pawns. I might read the rest of this if I really do enjoy it, but the Magic Pawns is what's for the prompt. Okay. And then I have High Fashion, which is another book I've read in April, which is Sunrise and the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Effie is in here. She's not a major part, but she's still a decent part. I mean, I've been reading like a lot of this book, and there's a lot of fashion stuff in here. There's a lot of talk about jewelry and stuff like that too. So I just decided, yeah, this will fit that prompt. Down with the System. Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. I don't know if this technically fits hard mode because it has to be a non-governmental. They're only taking down one person. So I'm not sure if that really hits hard mode, but it hits easy mode. So that's fine. Impossible Places. That's not it. Oh. Sorry guys, I have books like all over the place. The book that wouldn't burn. I have had this on my shelf for so long. I want to read it. I want to know if I like it or not. I think I read another Mark Lorson. Yeah, I read Red Sister. By him, and I thought it was okay, but I think I would like this book better. So I just wanted to try that out. Books and Parts, Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. Again, another book I think this might even be on my 2025 books of 2025. Um, I've had this on my shelf. I think I even have like the second book, so I just want to see if I really like it or not. Gods and Pantheons. The Game Gods Play by Abigail Owen. Gods have to be in here. I'm waiting for somebody to say I'm going to be reading The Odyssey just because Epic the musical is so big. Not me. Last in a series, The Atlas Complex. If I do not finish this series this year, I'm just going to lose my mind. I love it. There's no reason for me not to finish this series. And yeah, I'm just super excited about it. Book club or read along book. So I just went onto their list. I don't really participate in many book clubs or read-alongs, so I just went onto their list to see what they had. They had Light from an Uncommon Stars by Riki Okoi. We'll see. I've heard mixed things, but anyway, we have Parents. So I'm gonna read Engines of Chaos, which is book 2 of The Age of Uprising. And this is about a family. So, I don't know if she's going to be interacting with a lot of her kids. But there is a lot of, I know in the first one she interacted a lot with her kids, but she's starting to separate from them. So, there's still a parent in there. They just might not be, as present as usual. So, we have 2 that I've already talked about. So that's the Epistolary and published in 2025. I will just read a book from published in 2025. I'm getting one this month from Illumicrate, and I don't want to spoil what the Illumicrate book is, so I'm not going to talk about that. Author of Color. Again, another book that has been on my shelf. Parable of the Sower. I need to read this book. I need to go back to Octavia Butler and read one of her books. She is such a good author. I know I'm going to have a time. I'm not going to say a good time, because if you've ever read any of her other books, you know it's not a good time. It's just a time. A small press or self-published. I'm going to read The Last Request. Again, another book I've had on my shelves for a really long time. It's more of a mystery book, but I think it says fiction, thriller, mystery, and religion. So it might have like some talk of gods and stuff. So I'm gonna still kind of count it. It's set in Egypt, I believe, is what the author said. I actually met the author at Barnes and Nobles. She was handing out her books, and I just decided to pick it up. Biopunk is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I was gonna try to read this before like the special editions came out, and then I was like, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I didn't want to risk paying for it. So again, another book that's been on my shelf for a really long time that I really want to try to read. Elves and Dwarves. The Witcher, Time of Contempt. I haven't read a Witcher book for a really long time. I know elves are in here. I know there's a scene where he gets captured by elves. I won't go too much more into that because of spoilers, but I know there's elves in here. I don't know in this particular book, but I know in the series. So I'm gonna just take it. Okay, so we have LGBTQIA protagonist. Harrow. This is like, lesbian neuromancy in space. And they're lesbian, so it counts. Not much more I can say about that. 5 short stories we're skipping. Stranger in a Strange Land. I decided to do Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. I still feel like Fitz is pretty much an outcast in his community, and he does travel, so I was counting that. But yeah, I just always feel like he's like he's still an outcast because he's like a bastard and stuff. So I just did it for that reason. And then recycle a bingo square. So last year they had first in a series 2024. So I'm gonna read Alloy of Law for that. Cozy FFF, we're skipping generic title. Is the Bone Shard Emperor. Because it has the word bone in it. Not a book. I've been reading Black Clover. I'll just add that. And then Windy Darling for pirates because Peter Pan and Neverland. There's probably a Captain Hook character in here. I think it's a sequel. I think that's what it is. So I'm going to just say that. So, like I said, 5 short stories, I can probably read Poe. I think that would count just fine. Published in 2025, I'll be getting a book to fit that. Probably in a Luma crate. And then a story mostly told in like a journal entry, stuff like that. I think I would have a better chance of reading cozy, finding like a cozy, even like if I was just to read like listen to a cozy one. So that one I probably would the one that's written mostly in journals, I don't like that. So what was, because you can replace one. Does this give me the 2024? Okay, so they have a book with criminals as 2024, so I'll just read Republic of Thieves. So I'll just somewhere down the line read some Poe and then find some type of cozy audiobook. Or I can maybe find like a random one from the library and then published in 2025. I'll just fill that out. But anyway, yeah, this right here is kind of what we're looking at. A lot of big books, but a lot of books that have been on my shelves for a really long time. So we'll see. We'll see if I feel like this has been more successful because a lot more of what is on here is like stuff like I read, like I either want to read or I really like they like I either want to read or stuff that it's like it's been on my shelf for a really long time. Sorry guys. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think this is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a successful one. Especially because I'm like close to finishing some of these books. So some of these other books, like kind of fill it in here. So, this is probably not going to be published for a while. I'm probably going to publish this. Maybe I'll do a double. But anyway, like and subscribe to see how I do on this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!